Title: The Brave Dog and the Balloon. Scene 1. The Dream, daytime, peaceful village. Scene opens with a small village surrounded by fields and forests. Birds chirp as the sun shines brightly. A small dog named Max, a scrappy and determined pup, is playing outside his cozy little house. His tail wags excitedly as he looks up at the sky. Narrator: soft, warm voice. In a quiet little village, lived a dog named Max. He was small, but had the heart of a lion. One day, while playing in the fields, something extraordinary caught his eye: a bright red balloon soaring high above. Max gazes up at the balloon floating through the sky. His eyes widen in wonder. Narrator: Max had always dreamed of flying. He wanted that balloon more than anything in the world. But there was a problem. It was way up in the sky, drifting just beyond his reach. Max, determined, to himself, "I'll get that balloon. I'll do whatever it takes." Max takes a deep breath and begins running toward the hill where he thinks he can catch the balloon. Scene 2. The storm begins, dark clouds form. As Max runs through the fields, dark clouds suddenly begin to gather overhead. The wind picks up, howling fiercely. The once peaceful sky transforms into a violent storm. The trees bend in the wind as rain begins to fall in torrents. Narrator: building tension. But just as Max thought he was getting closer, a terrible storm began to brew. The sky turned dark and the winds roared. The once peaceful day became a raging battle against nature itself. Max looks up at the balloon, which is now being tossed around by the storm. He grits his teeth and presses on. Max, yelling over the wind, "I won't give up. That balloon is mine." Scene 3. The lion, the first obstacle. Max charges forward, determined, when suddenly, from the shadows of the trees, a massive lion leaps in front of him, blocking his path. Lion, roaring, "You think you can pass me, little dog? This is my territory." Max stops in his tracks, but his resolve does not waver. The rain pours down harder now, but Max stands firm. Max, bravely, "I'm not afraid of you, lion. I'm going to catch that balloon no matter what." The lion growls, but Max darts forward, leaping at the lion's legs. They tussle and roll in the mud. Max uses his quick reflexes to dodge the lion's paws, eventually causing the lion to stumble. Narrator: Max may have been small, but his bravery was bigger than any challenge that came his way. Max manages to get past the lion, but the storm intensifies, and the balloon drifts further away. Scene 4. The bear, a new challenge. Max, panting from the struggle, continues running. But ahead of him, through the rain, a massive bear appears, blocking the path once again. Bear, deep voice, growling, "Turn back, little dog. The storm and I will crush anyone who dares to challenge us." Max looks at the bear, heart racing, but his determination only grows stronger. He barks loudly and charges at the bear, dodging its swiping claws. Max, shouting, "I won't stop. The balloon is mine." The bear swipes at Max, but Max leaps and rolls out of the way, managing to strike the bear's nose with a sharp bark. The bear roars in frustration and stumbles backward, allowing Max to get through. Narrator: no matter how big or strong his enemies were, Max's courage and spirit carried him forward. Nothing could stop him now. Scene 5. The final struggle. Fire and the storm's fury. The storm has now reached its peak. The wind howls violently, and flashes of lightning crackle through the sky. Max, soaked and exhausted, sees the balloon just ahead, caught in a tall tree. But before he can reach it, fire erupts from the trees, spreading fast. Narrator: urgent, tense. Just when Max thought he had reached his goal, the storm brought forth another challenge, a wall of fire, blocking his way. Max looks at the flames, fear flashing in his eyes. But the balloon is so close. He can't let it slip away now. Max, shouting over the roar of the flames, can't stop. Not now. Max charges straight toward the fire. He leaps through the smoke and flames, barely avoiding getting burned. With a final leap, he reaches the tree where the balloon is caught, and he grabs the string with his teeth. Scene 6. Victory, the calm after the storm. Max, holding the balloon, staggers away from the fire, panting heavily. The storm finally begins to subside. The clouds break apart, and the sun starts to peek through. The rain stops, and a calm, golden light spreads across the land. Narrator, soothing tone. Max had done it. He had faced the storm, the lion, the bear, and the fire, all to catch the balloon that had once seemed so far away. His courage had brought him through. Max, still holding the balloon, looks up at the clear sky with a proud smile. His fur is wet, his body is tired, but his spirit is unbroken. He floats the balloon into the air and watches it dance in the calm breeze. Max, softly, to himself, it was worth it. Every moment of struggle. I did it. Scene 7. A new beginning, the peaceful horizon. The camera pulls back to show the beautiful landscape now bathed in sunlight. The storm has passed, and the world is peaceful again. Max, with his balloon floating gently in the breeze, looks out over the horizon. Narrator, gentle, inspiring. Max's journey wasn't just about catching a balloon. It was about never giving up, even when the world seemed against him. It was about fighting for what he believed in, and finding strength in the most unexpected places. Max sits down, looking satisfied. He watches the balloon float up into the sky, knowing that, no matter what comes next, he can face it all with the courage he's discovered inside himself. Narrator, warm, concluding, and so, Max the little dog, became the bravest hero in the land. No storm, no lion, no bear, or fire could ever stop him, for he had the heart of a true champion. The screen fades to black as the peaceful music plays softly. End of video.